Elk, and to the right of me we have PJ, Master Swag, and to the right of him we have Mr. RP the Shooter, and today we're going to be talking about Laputa, Castle in the Sky. It is a 1986 movie originally made in Japan. The movie begins with a young girl, Shita, who is being chased on board a flying ship by the passengers. She in turn goes overboard to escape her captors, and she is rescued by the magical crystal necklace that she wears on her neck, which floats her gently down towards the ground. She's intercepted by Pazu, who is a worker in a small mining town. The two have a desire to visit Laputa and decide to team up to avoid the military and all others that are pursuing them. Well, my first impression of the movie was, well, it started off exciting, so I was like, hey, usually when movies do, there's something that is enjoyable in the long run. And my mind originally just had to kind of catch up to the flow of it as I was trying to grasp the plot and everything that was going on.
Well, mine was much like Steven's. There was a lot of drama, mystery, and excitement at the beginning. But I suspected that this movie wouldn't be like some animes where it's melodramatic, like Dragon Ball Z, where there's a lot of violence and everything's yelling. And I thought it was violence wasn't going to be really predominant in the plot line, but there was going to be still action, mystery, and that's something I thought I was really going to enjoy in the movie.
As a child, I saw this movie after years of trying to find it, and I have to say that watching it again was a lot easier than looking for it the first time. For finally, after watching it again, I have to say that the story does capture me again. It does not make me want to shoot myself because I already know what's going to happen. I thought it just made me feel like I was watching the movie over again, like a new story, even though I've already seen it. So it's a very impressive feat for a movie to do that to me.
Okay, and in terms of acting and dialogue, the acting and, well, not the acting, but the actions of the characters and the voices of the people portraying the characters all invoke action, very appropriate when they're in the midst of, say, running away from a villain, or when it's more serious, they're talking about the mystery surrounding the plot. So I thought that was very good for an anime film. It added seriousness when it needed to be. There was even comedy that I found in the middle. And the ironic thing was that sometimes it was comedy in the middle of disaster. So some animes had that, and it seems to be more of a Japanese thing. You don't see it in American cartoons
yeah.
Or animations. Thank you. Where it's very serious and then there's a little comedy in there. It's usually more serious when it's something at this scale. So that's something I also enjoyed in terms of acting and dialogue.
For the acting and dialogue, I like to point out that Shida has this broken English accent that I did not capture the first time I watched this movie, but when I watched it again recently, I was like, now that voice annoys me now. Like, I just noticed that, and I was like...
Slightly.
Like, it was like a slightly annoying, and then you just block it out eventually, but...
Yeah, you just get used to it.
But it's like, at first it's annoying, so that's like my only complaint with the voice acting, but, you know. As for visuals, for the first film they ever produced, Studio Ghibli did a really good job with this. The animation's fluent, it looks great, it looks like a great old-fashioned anime, and it's really nice to look at. And yeah, what can I say? It's really nice. And the background and the castle in the sky, that was like a beautiful picture of what they drew there. It's like a amazing little island in the sky, and it's amazing.
And about that too, it's like when I first started watching the movie, it's strange because there's a combination of like new technology that we don't even have today, and technology that we don't use anymore. Like for example, Morse code is at the beginning of the movie, and there's also flying objects and personal flying devices that we don't have now that are usually seen as science fiction. So it's something interesting where they put those two different technologies together in the movie.
But also, let me point out that most Studio Ghibli films actually do that. Like,
yeah.
They have their own different type of time era or whatever.
So from here, you can see the beginning of that theme in his movies.
It's like his first film was already different in terms of technology.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's basically for visuals.
Alright, well, overall, I thought the movie was really good. I liked the way that it was executed. It caught my attention the whole way through, and I'm definitely going to watch this movie again. I always have to say something about whether or not I'm going to watch the movie again, because I just feel that's my thing.
Okay, well, the film for me presented a classical adventure combined with the adventures, the misadventures of orphan children with ancient philosophy, not philosophies, but prophecies, comedy, and it's an overall great film. If I were to judge Ghibli's work from this one, I would definitely say they're excellent, and they have been so far for me. So it's definitely a good way to measure his abilities from his first film, which is, of course, great.
For me, this is a really good movie. It's right up there with Spirited Away as one of his best works, and it's easily obtainable. Well, now it is. If you look for it, it's now that we have Amazon, it's very easy to find. And also, this movie, it captures my attention. It keeps hold of it and introduces us to a new world that I frankly would love to visit one day. It leaves room for a sequel, but at the same time that he's never going to do it because the story's done. And I love the inspiration from Gulliver's Travels. It's very, very nice.
Okay.
Alright, well, my overall rating for this movie was a 8 out of 10.
Alright, and I gave it an 8 out of 10 as well.
I gave it a 10.
Alright.
Alright, everyone, this has been Corporal Gauk.
PJ Master Swag.
And Mr. RP is here.
And we are leaving you guys now. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and favorite the video. It really does help us out. Thank you.